Shade Tree Projects. Today we're going to take the blackberry. It's been 5 days since we started the blackberry. So we're going to take the blackberry wine off of the grapes. You can leave the fruit in a wine up to 7 days. After 7 days, it may change the flavor of your wine. But what we're going to do is, this is day 5, so we're going to pull the wine off and put it in a new sanitized container. And a lot of people would say, well, once you rack it, it becomes secondary sanitation. Really, it's not, because it hasn't went its full term yet. So all we're doing is removing the wine from the fruit. So it will continue to ferment, I believe. It'll continue to I don't know the name of the word. Fermentation will continue until it eats up the sugar, but we just don't want nothing to happen with the fruit. So I'm going to get the lid off of here, get our siphon wand ready to go. We're going to siphon straight into the bucket. Now, the neat thing about doing this is, you know the hole we drill to put our S-lock in these buckets? Well, this 3/8 hose off your siphon rig fits right in there. So we can go ahead and lock the top down, stick our hose in there. We only need one man for this job doing it this way. And we'll be able to siphon it off. Let me get the lid off of this, and I'll show you what the fruit looks like. All right. Lid off. And now I'm going to take you in to show you what the fruit looks like. There you go. Those are blackberries. And now, as you can tell, if I can get the shadow off of them, all the black has come out of them. They're like raspberries now. They're very soft. And the reason we pull that off, to be honest with you guys, is so that we don't get no mold. Let me get the camera to sit. We don't get no mold to grow on our fruit. Because who wants moldy wine, right? But when you open this up, a good smell comes out of here. And who doesn't like a good smell? All right, and the reason we didn't end up with any problems is because we stirred our wine twice a day. So we didn't have to worry about, stuff like mold growing on top. As long as you keep it wet and you take it off in time, you won't have to worry about it. If you can, I don't know if you can see out here. It's got a very good color coming off of here. Very, very good color. So I'll get this siphoned out, and I'll get right back with you. All right. As you can see, we got her all pulled off of the fruit. I really wouldn't call this a racking, because it's way too early, and we didn't worry about pulling up the cake or anything. What we wanted to leave behind is this. That's the fruit that was left over. And yeah, I probably could have squished it and got some more fruit out of it, because those berries are swole up. I'm going to throw this in my compost pile. But now we got this. Yeah. We got probably 4 gallons. Probably a little bit more than 4 gallons, but 4 gallons for sure. And we're going to throw our airlock in it and let it finish cooking until it's done. It will level out on our S-lock. Let me show you. Getting into our sanitation bucket here. We got sanitation foam all over us. I can clean this off enough for you to see. See how our water levels are? And that's with sanitary water in it. And we'll just pull it down in the hole like we did the other one. And if we need to, like this one probably needs a little bit of extra water put in it. It was a little low. So all you have to do is pop off the lid. Get your baster, your turkey baster, and you just put a little bit in it to fill it back up to the mark. Put it back in the closet, underneath the table, whatever you do with it, to finish it out. When it finishes out, then that will be a rack. What we did here, I guess you could call a rough rack, but this was after 5 days, and you don't want to leave your fruit in any longer than that. You have a chance of off flavors, or you have a chance of it molding on top. But to keep that from happening, just swirl your bucket twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening, and it won't. But we're going to get this bucket cleaned out so we can get another batch going. Because 200 gallons, I really don't have a time to take a break. So, I'll see you when it comes time for the blueberry. So, when I have to rack off the blueberry, well, I don't even know if I should be calling it racking. When I have to take the blueberries out of the blueberry wine. So, I will see y'all then. Hey, be sure to like, subscribe, and pitch this to somebody. And it's really not that interesting right now. This part wasn't very interesting, I gotta tell you. But I wanted to make sure that if you were doing it yourself, that you take the wine off the grapes, or off the fruit, or off of whatever you're doing, so that within 7 days, so that you don't get any chance of mold or anything, because you sure don't want to throw that away. Especially, for us, it's a little cheaper. We only got sugar and water in this. We grow the blackberries. So, but if you went down and bought this many blackberries and then put the sugar and the water in it, you'd be out some money. And this way, you don't ruin what you done. All right. Be sure to like, share, plaster me all over the place. As the dumb, fat wine guy. That'll work. All right. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll catch you on the next one.